All right, guys. We are gonna simply jump in here and react to this massive scandal, guys, when it comes down to fraud in the United States. This is your host of the PF Music Podcast, Pablo. That's my first name. We're gonna simply jump in here and react to this again, guys. I just only ask you to just like the content, comment, and also if you guys can help the channel out with super chat, I'm gonna really appreciate it. With that, guys, I'm not gonna talk anymore. We just simply want to jump into this.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
Oh.
What do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building.
Potentially the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota, as literally billions of dollars have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses. So
crazy.
much fraud, it could actually almost replace the entire GDP of Somalia. These fraudsters have worked hand in hand with the Minnesota government as they enabled billions of dollars to be given to fraudulent businesses underneath welfare purposes. Some of this money eventually landed in the hands of terrorist groups in Somalia like the Al-Shabaab, and others enriched themselves all at the US taxpayers' expense. And in this video we will break down all of the fraud from start to finish, from going to the fraudulent businesses and confronting the people who are making millions of dollars from the government. And we will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen. And to make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. His name is David. Let's get into this and be prepared to be shocked. How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It's a little laggy. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why in the hell it's kind of laggy. That's kind of weird. I don't know why. There we go. I don't know why.
Far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. Damn. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis.
$12 billion is basically the budget of Puerto Rico, just to let you know.
I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud, and I would see these child care centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day, and all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0 children. Every time I went by there, they never had a single child there. Then I started to see all these transportation companies going around, and it was always a Somali driver. And I said, well, that's great. They're out there transportation contributing, but they never had a passenger, never, ever once. And I said, well, what is all this transportation? What are they doing? So then I found out that in Minnesota, they have something called non-emergency medical transportation. So this is going to the dentist's office, therapy, whatever it might be. And I said, well, how many of these companies are there? And the research came back that there are 1,020 of them.
Wow.
And more than 800 of them are Somali-owned. Nobody from the state of Minnesota ever cross-checks to see if any rides were ever actually provided. All they did was write the check.
So right here we have all this paperwork. And how are you getting all this information about the fraud?
A lot of it is through my own research. And then I have some contacts at the Capitol going back many, many years. And so the data that I'm getting is 100% accurate, coming directly from research done by people at the state Capitol.
All this paperwork right here, what are we looking at?
The areas of fraud that I have numbers for are mostly related to childcare. This is massive fraud that is beyond anyone's imagination, the scope. And so, for example, there's a childcare not far from here in Minneapolis that has two childcares listed at the same address. And together, they're licensed supposedly for 120 children. I have never seen a single child there ever, and I've been by that place at least 100 times.
These Somalians, these groups are setting up these daycares, these childcare centers, getting money from the government, but there's no kids.
No kids. Never had any of them. They're all fraught with violations, and even though they have these violations, they're still in operation and they're still getting money. And it's
I don't even understand how in the mind of Minnesotans, or I don't know how you say it, how is it that for you bringing Somalians makes sense? How is it being people that are not even close to your culture makes sense to bring it to your own state? How is it? How is that even possible? How is it that things like this that clearly doesn't make sense somehow goes through a lot of this stuff without being checked? Insane.
Millions of dollars for every one of them every year.
And who's getting the money? And where are they getting the money from?
So we have a thing called CCAP. It's a blend of federal and state money. The bottom line is it's taxpayer money, so it's state money and it's federal money. And the problem is the people of the state of Minnesota are the ones writing the checks. This is kind of the maddening thing is you have daycare, so you have adult daycare, and then you have child care, and then you have health care.
Oh,
and a lot of these
money.
same names keep coming up on all of these different types of businesses. And then, of course, we have the transportation, and a lot of those same names appear, a lot of the same addresses. There's one building that has 14 Somali healthcare companies at the same address. There's another building in St. Paul that has 22 Somali healthcare businesses at the same address.
And the government knows about this.
The government knows they're writing the checks. Yeah, the Democrats over there just writing the checks. What is happening?
Yo, man, it's sorry. I don't know how you cannot get mad. Seriously, guys, I don't know how as Americans we cannot. I just simply don't understand, guys. If you're American and you don't get mad for stuff like this, I don't know what to say, man. I have to just be composed on this. But clearly, guys, this is something that is not good for our country. And it's basically telling us, these communities are basically telling us, we're better than you. See how we just even trick your system? We're not even better than you. We trick your system and we take your hard money. Again, I don't know what idea came to these people's head that bringing Somali was a genius idea.
Is that the Somali community is a very closed community. They will not speak to anyone outside the community and talk about what's going on within the community. They vote as a block. And so when you're a politician, you're saying, look, I've got 100,000 people in Minnesota that if I do something for the community, they're going to vote for me. And that's what it's all about, is getting the votes. And then the people here in Minnesota, you hear this term, Minnesota nice. I'm so sick of that term. The people here are so afraid of being called a racist or an Islamophobe.
Is that, and again, it's that Scandinavian thing in their blood, right? There's nice people, but they are too worried about being called racist or whatever, man.
And they're afraid of their own shadow. And I don't understand. This is our future generations are going to have to pay for all this fraud. And they just want to bury their heads in the sand and go on and just not worry about it. Tim Walz saying there's organized crime in Minnesota. What did he do about it? Nothing. Organized crime? What are you doing? This is the Minnesota law, which mandates that anyone who knows of fraud and is a state employee must report that fraud. It's Minnesota Statute 3.971, Subdivision 9. Not only that, but Walz is also guilty of misconduct of a public employee. When I look at the world as a whole and I look at fraud, the Twin Cities is ground zero. The fraud is worse here than anywhere else ever in history. Anywhere.
We're going to go confront these people. We're going to go to these daycare centers. We're going to see what's actually happening.
Okay, so we have to be careful because these people are very violent. They're exceptionally violent.
Now, with all of David's evidence...
See, that's a red flag right there. You see, for me, that's a red flag right there. They're violent. But you know what? You have to meet them with the same energy. At some point, you have to meet them with the same energy. You cannot just keep being too worried about this, because these type of community, they're collective. So that what people don't understand, and I don't know why, Western societies, right, and in some extent the Eastern European societies, right, they cater more to the individualistic kind of mindset, right? But a lot of these third world country people, they mostly move around with the collective mindset. It's collectivism. They give them power. But you just saying that, you're demonstrating, and you're basically just addressing their, how can not addressing, I will say more like you're giving them ammunition. Let's put it that way. You're giving them ammunition to keep doing what they're doing because you know what? You're scared. These kind of community guys, I'm telling you, sadly, but most likely, they just respond to more violent answers. That's how it is. I used to hang out with a lot of these communities, guys. When I used to live in Brooklyn, in New York City, I'm telling you, the way you handle some of these communities with violence as well, man. I'm just saying.
So we headed out
I'm
to
not
the
saying it's the
streets
right
of
thing,
Minneapolis
but
to see how much fraud
it is what it is.
Cover in one afternoon.
Where are we going now?
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them combined are licensed for 120.
And how much money have these child care centers received?
None of those vans have moved in 6 months. None of them.
Wow.
In 2020, one of them received 1.3 million. In 2021, they got 987,000. In 2022, they got 714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, 1.604 million in fiscal year 2025. Fiscal year 2024, they got
so they're getting
about
bolder.
800,000, and in fiscal year 2023, they got $904,059. This place right here. Yes.
We're outside of it.
Well, this is actually two daycares are registered here. One of them is Mako, which you see on this sign. The other one is Mini Child Care Center. And between the two of these child care centers, they're pulling in about $3 million a year.
Wow.
And there are no children. Every facility that you go to, the windows will be blocked out so you can't see in. There's nobody here. You won't see a single child at any of these facilities.
There are indeed no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. All right, let's go in.
No.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell?
Yeah.
Try to get in, ring the doorbell. Nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be in some industrialized building. There would be maybe like a playground or something outside, or...
There's no play area for the kids. So where are the kids? Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? And it's like this every single day.
Wow, that's crazy.
I've never seen a single child here. In 9 years, I've never seen a single child at this building. Right there.
Oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming through.
Yeah, they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
No. Could you tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Doesn't know if she's ever seen.
Yo, the emboldenment, man. This is crazy. So emboldened, man. Like, so they just laugh at you right at your face, and they just commit the fraud right in your face. So our system has become so lazy that we even forgot to simply just prosecute fraud, guys. We struggle so bad that we can't even prosecute fraud.
Child here. All right, let's go to the next location.
And the fraud only gets more from here. Make sure you stay till the very end of this video to see exactly how much fraud we find by the time we are done. And before we go to the next location, I want to show you something super interesting about the flags of Minnesota.
And here in Minnesota, if you take a look at the Minnesota state flag, they recently changed it, and it very much so resembles the flag of Somalia. And really quick, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip. What used to just be an AI clipper has now become the most powerful AI growth tool for creators.
This one, in fiscal year 2025, $1,042,059. In fiscal year 2024, $1,059,078. And in fiscal year 2023, $727,336.
This next one is literally 1 block away, and this one's also generated nearly $3 million in the past 3 years. Let's see if there's any children. Let's see if any of the buildings are open. Here we go. All right, we've arrived to ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. Let's see if anybody is here. This door is locked.
This facility is licensed for 40 children.
Huh.
0 children. I've come by this place 100 times. I've never seen a child here, ever. The only thing I've ever seen is someone standing outside smoking.
What's crazy about this is that last daycare center is that green building right there. And the other daycare center right now is right here. These buildings should be operating as they're receiving literally millions of dollars.
I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door.
Hello? Can we speak?
Can we speak here?
I would like to check a child in the daycare. Can I speak to a manager?
Try later.
Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare.
And after a few questions, the lady went silent.
Looks like little Joey Shirley ain't going to daycare here. And now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Child Care.
We're in the middle of a strip mall.
It's the NGOs, the non-profit. And this is what happened with BLM, guys. BLM, basically, a lot of these leaders, they got arrested because of fraud, because of the same situation, guys. And interesting enough, it was because of Candace Owens. It was because of Candace Owens. So basically, it comes down to this, guys. If we want to save our country, we cannot depend on the government to do so. We have to take matters into our own hands and move forward and just do investigating journalists. If you don't want to do it, watch this video. Go to the original content creator after you watch mine, of course, and just at least share, like, and comment. That really helps.
Here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which says it's licensed for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I tried to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door.
I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Wow.
Is this your daycare center?
No, I work there. What's happened?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
But what happened? What happened? Confrontational, guys. You have to bring the same energy. You have to bring the same energy. This is entitlement right here. These people are ready for, you know what? To get dirty. Let's put it that way. These folks over here, they're ready to get dirty. We have to bring the same energy, guys.
Yeah. It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website.
Wait. Yeah, he's trying to be dumb. He knows what he's talking about. He got caught. There you go.
You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids
so
when
why
you
you're here? They're telling him about why you're here. So you don't know what's going on. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. This does not concern you. Therefore, you should not be here. And look at this dude.
He's there. Kids there.
Man, these people need to be denaturalized and be deported, man. I'm just sick of it.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well, then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
No! You're a liar. I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain you everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah,
Why?
because of your curry.
Because
of
your
my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color.
So it's just because he's white. Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But
no.
You said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now,
these communities are super racist, man. The time of the guilt is over, man. I don't know what to say, y'all. Man, I don't know how to say, bro. Like, this is... This is insane, man. This is insane. These people are emboldened. And Tim Walz and the Minnesotan people, man, you guys suck in what you guys do, man. Damn, I'm just so tired of the white guilt, man. Because it's white guilt. It's this post World War II mentality that's just really driving down the Western world, because they don't want to be perceived as such thing. At this point, you have to let it go, man. These people are taking advantage of the community. Not only that, but basically they just, oh man, this is so bad. This is so bad.
They're all getting mad because he's shown the paperwork of this business being registered as a business. 74 children, no children. We saw one child when the lady opened up the door.
So
but now they're all getting mad.
What was this money spent on?
Don't say anything that you say.
What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner and the kids.
Well, then why are you talking for the owner if you're telling me to talk to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
Shut up, bro.
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing?
Not your
it's
business.
Not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I think we're moving on to the next location. Have a good day.
Yeah, he scanned the area. He knows what's up. That's what's going on, guys. He basically scanned the area and said, you know what, it's getting a little heater here.
To show the blatant fraud that was taking place here in Minnesota, Somalis started following us around the city.
And now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside.
Good point.
$5 million within the past
5.9 million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
They're making a lot of money, man.
And now we have a group of
and now you wonder, how is it that you live in Somalia, in a very hot country, and you come to the United States, somehow you know how to move around, because it's raw, guys. That's what it is.
Just telling us in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open up!
They said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice in that? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Damn, this lady. Oh, this is the problem right here. The caring white lady from Vermont, man. This is the problem right here. Right here, this is the problem, bro. This is why people are just mad, man. Right here, she knows they're coming in fraud, but you know what? I want to be the good social justice warrior and just help the little Somalians.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children?
Don't open up!
Wow, look at that.
And getting $4 million over the...
Open up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in favor?
Away.
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
Yeah, this is why you have to take that's, oh my God, this is why we have to take the right to vote away, man. These people, they don't care. See, the problem is, and I have a theory because why these people feel like this. Because in reality, they do have a lot of hate in their heart. So to combat that hate or go against that hate, what they do, they overdo their hate. So they become very supposedly anti-white, for example, and let me just defend the fraud or criminals because of the real hate. So they overcompensate. They overcompensate. These people are having problems, bro.
Are you in favor of $1.9 million going illegally, fraudulently to this business that has Quality Learning Center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up!
My bad.
We are not ICE.
I don't care who you are, you don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up! It's ice!
That's not
You
ice.
do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare center.
99 children. Paid 1.9
She don't care, guys.
this year in CCAP
She don't
funding.
care. As long as these people vote Democrats, she don't give a damn.
Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Have you ever seen children at that daycare center right there?
Where?
Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in there.
We're gonna educate you on something. So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelt learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
99 children.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None, not at all. None.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know, where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them.
And I'm assuming here, of course. I don't know if this is what's happening, but I wouldn't be surprised. That money goes back to the Democratic Party, guys. That's what happens. That money goes back to the Democratic Party.
Been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that
seen
here.
a child here.
Nope, not at all.
And so you've
8
never
years.
seen a child here for 8 years.
Nope, not at all.
And how does that make you feel knowing that this place is receiving $1.9 million?
It's disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant too. That's, if they get caught for that, it's a federal offense.
Yeah.
I know. I studied law.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in his state?
That's him doing this? Well, heck yeah. He's got to be held accountable for this. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason what's going on here. It's simple. It's nothing there. It's a parking lot.
And look, they even spelled learning wrong on their sign for a place that's supposed to be educating children.
That's crazy. I mean, who runs it? Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians.
Oh my God.
He know what's up.
Oh my God.
Who know what's up? He probably voted for Democrats. Independent. I'm an independent voter. Independent voter. I need to just really be independent voter. But hey, guys, sometimes this political stuff, it's not that difficult to figure out, guys. It's not that difficult to figure out, man. Like, it's right down black and white, man. It's black and white. But people like him are probably an independent voter, No, that's not how it works, man. The reason there's two-party system, and I know a lot of you guys don't like it, but if you understand the government, how it works, you don't want millions of political party just trying to govern your government. That's insane. You have three branches of government. And on top of that, you want to just share your branches of government with multiple people that have different ideology. That's insane. Political stances are not that difficult, guys.
Well, yeah, it's just, I've never seen nobody here at all.
So how long have you been living here?
Since 2017, 2018.
You've never seen a single child walk in that building?
No, not at all.
So this big daycare center is literally just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years and has never seen a single child walk through those doors. There's no windows either.
No.
And the only window they do have, the door, is blacked out.
Yep, I see that. I've never seen anybody go in there.
Within just a few hours, we nearly approached $20 million in fraud, and we headed over to George Floyd's neighborhood to expose more of the fraud taking place.
This place is called Future Leaders Early Learning Center, and it's licensed for 90 children. And in fiscal year 2025, they received $3.6 million. In fiscal year 2024, they received $3 million. So in 2 years, they got $6.67 million, claiming they have 90 children every day of the week, 5 days a week. So
These people are making just about more money than NBA athletes.
And we don't even know if they're paying taxes, but we don't know where this money is going. Is it going to terrorism? Where is it going?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's theft, it's fraud.
That's a good question.
The reason I'm involved is I want it to stop. I care about Minnesota. I'm doing this.
You have to put people in prison, and we have to start putting politicians in prison. I'm sorry, guys. At this point, governors need to go to prison. Mayors need to go to prison. I just hate this slow walk, let's just try to look for evidence kind of situation, man. Like this is clear cut, guys. This is clear cut. It's not that difficult.
For the people of Minnesota, I don't make a dime off all this time I've spent on this. I put my life at risk several times, but I'm determined to see this through and to correct what is wrong, what is evil.
Here at Future Leaders Early Learning Center, this building received over $3 million. Hello, how are you? I would like to see if I could bring little Joey, my son little Joey here. Is there paperwork or can I check out the daycare? No? Why can't I check out the daycare?
It's not here.
Okay, but if I can get paperwork or anything to submit my son little Joey to come in here to daycare? We'd really like to put Joey in this daycare. We've heard great things.
Business card?
No, I would like your business card actually.
You talk to your manager.
Okay, can I speak with somebody? Where are the children at? Are there children here today?
No.
No children?
Yes.
Why are there no children?
Two of Mexico.
Would my son little Joey have friends to play with here?
No.
No.
Yes.
No friends for little Joey?
Yes. Sorry.
Ah, dang it. Well, have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
So, little Joey would not be accepted to that daycare.
Joey's still homeless.
Joey's still looking for daycare.
Yeah, still
And because
homeless,
little Joey couldn't get into a daycare, we went to an autism center, as they have been popping up everywhere as a rise of autism has occurred here in Minnesota because of the government funds that they are receiving. I tried to check my son Joey into an autism center.
We've been going to a lot of these daycare centers. We're trying to find a spot for our little boy Joey, but we thought maybe we could check him in the autism center because none of the daycare centers are open. Yeah, and how many kids do you guys have at this autism center?
I can't give you a number now.
Like more than 5?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, so you don't really know?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about like the fraud that's been labeled on the autism centers here? What do you guys do think about the fraud, or how come the autism centers are popping up?
I can't answer.
What news? Are you a news reporter?
My name's Nick. We're doing a little documentary trying to find little Joey a spot to put himself in one of these centers here, because there's...
So why are you asking us about
the fraud? Yeah, because we want to make sure we're going to legit.
Why are you asking about the fraud? Oh, why? Why are you asking about the fraud? Because you guys are committing fraud and you know it. That's why she got a little, jumpy about
business
it.
If we're going to bring our little boy Joey here.
This is not a Joey spot. Yeah. But that's her number on the other bill. This is we can't let you guys in. So.
Okay. Thank you. So once again, little Joey, he can't even go to daycare, and now they won't even accept him if he has autism.
And again, no kids. Couldn't tell you how many kids they serve.
After being able to provide no evidence of them actually being an autism center in a place where a child could go, they shut the door and we headed to the next fraudulent daycare center that was just around the corner.
We're on to the next location. We're still trying to find little Joey a place to go to get some daycare.
So where we're going now is a place called Super Kids Daycare Center. Interestingly, this daycare center was shut down when it was called Creative Minds Daycare, and it had received $2.45 million this fiscal year, 2025. They had to shut down because there were so many violations, and they went and they just reopened under a new license, and they renamed the center Super Kids Daycare Center, LLC.
So they got shut down, then started another one.
Literally the next day.
Creative Minds Daycare, $2.45 million got sent to this daycare center. We have empty parking lot. We do have a bus here. This is different. We'll see if we see anybody.
I knocked on the door. Absolutely nobody was inside, and once again, no children could be heard anywhere.
So David, once again, another child daycare center. We have a bus out here. No one's inside. Licensed for over 50 kids. No children anywhere, but yet millions of dollars every single year.
So the sign says Creative Minds Daycare. They got in so much trouble, they had so many violations that they had to shut down, and they reopened the next day under Super Kids Daycare Center. You see,
that's
3801
crazy, man.
Portland. 3801 Portland, which is where we are.
So that's fraud right there alone.
Millions and millions of dollars, and again, the kids are missing. Where are the kids?
And you would think if they had the same address, that whoever's inside or working at the Capitol here inside of Minnesota would just say, oh, maybe that's a red flag.
They just write the check. Human Services, they got to clean out the whole bunch. They're the ones who enabled this fraud. How can you not look and say, wait a minute, these two are registered at the same address?
On top of all of the child care centers.
I have one for you. What if they say that and they say, you know what? That's what we want. Now you have to ask the other question, go the other way. What if this is what they really want?
It's just only a small piece of the fraud. What other fraud are they committing here in Minnesota?
So another major piece of the fraud is the home health care industry. Where we're going now is a building that has 14 Somali-owned home health care companies in the same building.
14 of the same healthcare companies in one building.
14 home health care companies with different names in the same building.
How bad has Tim Walz managed the budget here inside of Minnesota?
So the last biennium, we had an $18 billion surplus. This biennium, we have a $6 billion deficit.
Wow.
That's a $24 billion swing in one biennium. How in the world can you burn through $24 billion in 2 years?
Wow.
This is how, right here. This is a huge part of it.
And so would you say a lot of that is fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Absolutely. I would say better than 90% of it is absolute outright fraud.
And a large percentage of this fraud is from these healthcare companies that are charging the state millions of dollars while they actually aren't providing anything. In fact, the FBI just did a raid a few days ago on a building similar to the one we are about to enter. Inside of this building, there were 14 of nearly the exact same businesses offering the exact same services.
Right here, you have a list of all of the healthcare companies. Loads of them right here. We want healthcare.
No, it's okay.
Yes, we'd like to speak about getting healthcare here.
No.
Why can't I get healthcare here?
No, wait.
Warning, you are under video surveillance. No trespassing, security armed. This is the strangest place I've ever been to get healthcare.
Wow.
Just a bunch of different places. Healthcare here, healthcare right here. Another healthcare company right here. There are
many
three healthcare companies inside of it.
So basically it's a lot of healthcare supposedly companies and only in one building.
This building right here in this room of 7C. Now we have another Helping Hands Home Care LLC, another healthcare company. Present Help right here. We're looking for the best rates of healthcare here inside this building because we have so many options. Who can we talk about getting the best healthcare?
I don't know.
No?
Sorry.
All right. We will not get any healthcare here. David, this is one of the stranger places I've ever been. Literally, healthcare every door you go to, yet nobody will give you a rate. How much money do you think's been funneled through this building?
Every year, I would say 50 to 60 million at least.
Damn.
And finally, we were accepted into one of the daycare centers and they actually took down our information to give us a rate. However, when we left, we were then met with the police.
We received a complaint that gentleman mentioning your description were in this building harassing the individuals who stay here.
Oh, we're checking out the rates for healthcare. Because there's 14 healthcare companies inside this building, so.
Okay.
Well, that's not what he said. He said there's 14 companies here, and he's trying to assume because they're Somali providers, everyone here is fraudulent.
Okay.
So
he's here with some kind of like propaganda.
No, we're just checking.
No, this is a area that we're allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance. Is there any other reason that you guys are here?
Well, we were checking rates.
No, he's not.
We were checking rates. We asked for rates.
No, you're not.
Okay. I'm gonna have, if you guys are all good, we're gonna step outside and we can continue this conversation.
All right.
Don't go there. Don't. This is a public building. You should not step out, man. Like.
So, all right, we're getting escorted out right now. The police have arrived. We're checking out the rates.
And the police is complicit, man. I used to be so pro police, man. But when I saw the police actively engaging in a lot of orders that are unconstitutional, I said, F the police, man. F the police, bro. Listen, I have no sympathy for weak policemen. No sympathy for weak policemen and policewomen. A lot of these things that happen, I'm sorry, a lot of these things that are happening is because police enable it to happen. Enable it to happen. I mean, you should be calling the building because they're committing fraud. that should be the one. Man, you have to check whether or not these centers are public. I think they're public. They're protected by the First Amendment.
What was happening inside this building, no one would really speak with us. We did go inside the one daycare center, and she actually did give us rates for childcare. Much respect to that lady. What's the problem, officer?
Well, so again, we've been getting reports from multiple individuals that you guys were harassing individuals who work here. At the end of the day, this is private property, and it's one that people are allowed to have.
It's private property, so he's okay there. Yeah.
Ask you to leave, and it's also one the Minneapolis Police Department is allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance at this address.
Yeah.
So
as we got escorted out of this building, the Somalis filmed us as we left, and we headed over to the next building that had 22 of the same home health care providers operating from inside of the building.
Right here you have multicultural home care. And right here it says it's open, but can't even get in.
Multicultural.
Another Reliance Recovery Center. Mercy and Grace Care, Inc. Right here you have Denden Eritrean Youth Development Association of Minnesota. Another child care center. Welcome to Bright Beginning Center. But what do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Sorry. No comments. Can I please?
Right here you have Serenity Quality Care. All these businesses are literally the same type of business, providing the same service in the same building. Another Convenience Home Health Care, Aid, Inc., and Child Friendly Space. All these companies get money from the government. Why would you have the same company essentially inside of the same building, door to door? Right here,
funneling money, man.
Home Health Care. It just does not make sense. If you're trying to operate a business, you'd want to have less competition. But here, they have all of their competition right next door. We're wondering, because we hear there's lots of fraud taking place here in Minnesota, and we're wondering, why is there so many of the same companies inside of this same building?
No, I don't know that.
What do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't have any idea about that fraud, okay? That's it.
What do you think about the news articles and what's being spread on the news about the fraud?
Right now, you are doing something wrong.
You see what I'm saying? You see how you notice that they're not saying, you know what, that's wrong. You know, that's very bad, man, because then, you know what, these buildings that we do provide healthcare to people that need it, we get labeled with a lot of these companies that are committing fraud. See, they're not saying that. They're not saying that. They're basically doubling down.
Just asking you.
No, you
about
don't
the
have
fraud.
to ask me, okay? Don't ask me that question again.
Okay.
Okay?
Who can I speak to? Who can I speak to? Okay. As soon as you confront about the fraud, they get angry. When these people have these home healthcare companies, you're seeing them everywhere inside this building. What kind of fraud are they committing?
So there's false documentation being submitted to the state of Minnesota for services never provided.
They're funneling money.
Having forms signed in advance for services that were then never rendered. As far as a year or 2 years in advance, they'll have someone sign these forms at one sitting, and then they just file those with the state of Minnesota, and nobody from the state of Minnesota bothers to check that those services were ever provided.
No, it's not that they don't bother to check. It's that they check and they knew they're coming from Somalia, and they just literally let it happen. That's my opinion. They just simply let it slide. That's what happened, guys. That's what happened. Come on
They're
now.
essentially just using people, saying that they had these services provided months or even years ago, then filing the paperwork and then receiving money from the government.
Right, and the Somali community is a very closed community, so everybody's in on it, and they don't want to talk, as you can see.
And for this building, I'm going to give an estimate of around $30 million for how much fraud is taking place.
Wow.
That is a very low estimate. However, still a lot of money in fraud.
And do you think there is fraud taking place here?
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have any idea what any of these businesses are doing?
I never ask.
And now with
Yeah, you can tell the IQ by just looking at them.
upwards of $100 million in fraud, we headed to one more daycare, and this one gets a little spicy as we get chased out.
They all look the same, bro.
And after this, we'll be heading to the state capitol to confront the incompetent government leaders who have enabled this fraud to happen.
And I knew this video was going to be super dangerous to film because of obviously how hostile it is, and as we are exposing legit fraud happening. I did get security for this video, and I was able to do it through the Black Line Guardian. And if you guys want to help fund my security in the future, you can go down to the link down below. They're not paying me to say any of this. They came and decided to help me out for this video.
Wow.
So you can go to Black Line Guardian, the link's down below, and click Guardian for Nick, and those funds will directly go to my security and future videos as we are exposing
so they have
lots of things
different
happening, and especially with this fraud. Like I said,
a little budget.
They're not sponsoring this video. I'm just giving them a shout out because of how they helped me. So go down to the link down below, click Guardian for Nick, and let's keep going. And now we're going to the next location. Now, this child daycare center, this one's different than all the other ones we've been to. Tell us about this one.
This one is different because, according to the state of Minnesota, this 312 West Lake Street houses not one, not two, but 3 child care centers and is licensed to hold 102 children, and in fiscal year 2025 was paid $2.66 million by the state of Minnesota.
And this is the building right here. So this building alone.
So basically what they're doing is, guys, the way they funnel this money is that you have these workers, but these workers are not providing services, right? They're not providing the service. So that's how they come in the fraud.
$1 million. Let's see if anybody's inside. Now we're inside of the building where there's apparently 4 child care centers.
We met this lady and we followed her to the back of the building where the daycare was supposedly at.
So right here we have 2 child daycare centers. We have the Minnesota Child Care Center, and then we also have Nuna. Between the two, $2.66 million. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you recording?
Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name? Why is it?
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have 102 children here in your child care.
Which child care name is a lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you?
Yeah, they answering questions. You're not answering questions. You should not be asking questions. Straight up. I'm not asking a question. You're the ones providing the service. I want service. I want the service now. If there's no service, you sue them. You sue them, and then you start figuring out what's going on.
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Shut us down. Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We were just curious, where are the children at? Do you know where the children are at? Where are the children at in these daycare centers?
I don't care.
How can these child care centers have no children?
No.
There's $2.6 million inside these businesses.
They're funneling
given by
money
the government,
so crazy.
but there's no children to be seen anywhere. People deserve to know where their taxes are going. If these companies and these daycare centers are making upwards of $2.6 million and there's no children to be seen anywhere, something fraudulent is happening. And that is not...
Of their elders who keep them in the line socially and through religious favor, meaning, what do you mean they're caveman bum?
Make you racist, Islamophobic. This is just the truth of what's happening here in Minnesota. If there's a bunch of white people doing the same thing, we'd be talking about the same issue. This is just fraud at unprecedented levels here inside Minnesota. It's actually very concerning. Where are the children at inside of these buildings? They're nowhere to be seen. Millions of dollars are being sent into these daycare centers all across Minnesota, and there's not a child to be seen anywhere. Here's another daycare center inside this same building.
We don't want you to be videotaping anything.
Where is all the money going for if there's no children at these daycare centers?
Sir.
Yes.
I told you, please leave.
Yes, we have a question though. Where is the children at these daycare centers if there's millions of dollars?
Ask the local government, yeah.
Oh, we've asked. We have the paper here. So we're wondering where the money and where the children are at. We have the paper right here. Come here.
Who are you, first of all?
My name's Nick Shirley.
You don't have any permission to record me, period.
Can we talk outside?
You don't have permission to record.
She doesn't either have. She doesn't have permission to record me.
No, you cannot stop people on the street and question them.
We can ask.
Yes, you can, bro. It's called freedom of speech. Keep bringing these people to this country, man. You guys you're gonna end up like Somalia, man. These people have no concept of enlightenment philosophy, man. These people have no even not 1 ounce of wanting to assimilate. Not 1 ounce. We need to deport these individuals. My God, we need to deport them.
You don't have any permission.
Where are the children?
I will sue you. You don't have any permission.
I'll sue you.
We have nothing to do with this.
Sue them.
Okay. Then
Sue them. Yeah, sue them.
Please leave.
Are there children here?
Please leave.
Where are the children? $2.6 million for a daycare center.
You ask whoever you think is doing that. You don't know what you're talking about. So leave.
Who's this dude again? Who's this dude, man?
Here, then?
I said leave.
We're wondering what's happening.
We are not a child care. We are nothing to do with it. We're common people walking. And
yes.
You are.
We're not accusing you. We're asking where the children are at.
Don't ask me anything.
We're not accusing you. We're asking the daycare centers.
I am not going to answer. You have.
Where are the children at?
Leave. Leave.
We just want to know where are the children.
Who you work for?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Who do you work for?
I work for myself. Nick Shirley.
Yeah, who do you work for? Who you like? Nick need to work a little bit on the back and forth on a lot of these questions. You're saying many of the elders of the Somali community know how to work the system and manipulate their community into following their lead, both socially and through their religious belief. I don't know what you're saying, K-Man, Abam. I don't know what that means. Like, you're saying that the elders of the Somali community are good people because they know how to work the system? That's what you're saying?
Shirley.
Okay, what are you recording?
We're wondering, where are the children? $2.66 million for
You're not talking to
the Minnesota Child Care Center.
You're not talking to the right person.
Okay, so don't talk to me. Don't talk to me while you're here. While you're here, talk to me. So get out of the way and just keep walking, man. Don't engage with these people, man. These people are they're worse than a cock blocker, man. These people are worse than a woman that is a cock block, man. Don't engage with these people.
Children that come here. Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building.
I don't know who you're talking to.
That's just a simple question. Where are the children at? David, they won't even answer. We asked him, plain and simple, where are the children? Do children come here?
This is why I've had my life. I've been attacked twice. Once with a knife, and the other time I was jumped last Saturday by 3 Somali men simply for asking questions about what was going on. And they're very, very violent people. They do not like this fraud to be exposed.
After giving this man plenty of opportunities to answer the simple question, where are the children, he called the cops on us and we headed to the state capitol where they're having a meeting about
and they changed
the
the Minnesota flag to just appear more like the Minneapolis. I mean, to the Somalian flag. Man, talk about treason, man. Talk about treason. I mean, these people are cocked, like just cocked, man. I don't know. Guys, I don't even know how to explain it. Seriously, guys, I don't know how to explain it. I might be just born in a different universe, guys, because none of this stuff really makes sense.
Confront the state representatives and people in the government who have enabled and let this fraud happen. Inside of this committee, a Republican representative showed charts showing exactly how this fraud has been committed and who is profiting and connecting all the dots. And while the Democrat representatives looked into the abyss, one of them spoke about how none of this is building trust and how this is a nonpartisan issue, so I went and confronted her after that.
Yes, but I'm...
He has some very valid questions to ask about what's going on here in Minnesota. And do you think this fraud
I don't know who
crosses...
you are.
Look at this Karen. Oh my God, look at this Karen, man. But one thing I think I have no tolerance for bad people, man. I have no tolerance for bad people.
My name's Nick Shirley. Do you think this fraud is Republican or Democrat, or just facts that fraud is happening?
It's the Democrats, man. That's what they are.
Because because that's what I heard you talking about.
I know what I said is that
because
what we're talking about
we want to build trust, but fraud is fraud. So why should we be enabling fraud to happen here?
No, I don't think anybody.
Try again, kid, man. Are you saying that it's because of the elders. That's why they're committing the fraud. That's what I'm trying. That's what I was.
Is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
Okay, sir.
No. This is not.
Sir.
When are you going to hold Governor Walz? No. She is a representative for the state of Minnesota. Yes or no?
Excuse me.
Yes.
No.
If you're going to talk to me like
No.
I'm a disability advocate.
I heard you, and you got a chance to testify.
Thank you for testifying today.
Nah, there we go. That's a cock block right there. Look at that.
Ma'am, the facts are the facts that fraud is happening here, and it's not a nonpartisan issue. How come you think fraud has been able to happen so much underneath
I think
the
if you've
government
been
here?
listening to our hearings, we've had now
10 hearings. 10 hearings. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up, man. 10 hearings for what? This is obvious fraud, man. I'm telling you. It's like we forgot to just. It's like we forgot to resolve murder cases, fraud cases, even though these cases are way. We used 50 years ago. We used to put people in prison for less, and now we have video, we have evidence, and we still have to do meetings, because this is what happened when you put women into politics, guys. They just sit down and talk about the issue, but they're not there to just resolve these issues, man.
On this, and so there's really good data from the people who both work within the administration as well as who both Democrat and Republicans. I think what you heard today is that the Republicans who control this committee are not actually interested in solving fraud. What they're interested
they're not interested. Oh, see, so now it's the Republican fault. That's what it is.
Is telling a story.
This fraud has happened underneath Democrat leader Tim Walz.
There has been Medicaid fraud across the country under Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah.
There's fraud within the Trump administration. We have is fraud. Private providers have made government a mark. And so every person running government, Democrats or Republicans, are dealing with the issue of how to keep fraudsters out of our public payment.
Talk about being a politician, bro. Talk about being a politician. He said a bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with what's the problem. I mean,
we're dealing with consumers. I hope you're looking at that. If you look at United Health, currently is being charged with defrauding Medicare. You know who runs?
Yeah, bro. You have to. Yeah, Nick, you have to step in. Yeah, that's all dandy. That's beautiful. That's cute. But what about the fraud that a lot of these Somalian communities are committing? That's it.
Medicare, President Trump. Medicaid fraud is a 50-state issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, it is not a partisan issue. There are Democrats and Republicans who are sitting in that committee talking about it.
They're not talking about it, guys. They're trying to just kick the can down the road because they don't want to be the one that resolve the problem. Because what happened is, then you have a target in your back. They know how this community works, guys.
Was the Republican chair say she's not turning information over to the one person in government who can stop payment? And I hope you print that.
Thank you for coming today.
Okay.
Crazy.
Well, you saw what happened there?
The state of Minnesota that we live in, and these politicians are just walking off, thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump. They want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming ICE. I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared for my little brother.
What?
My people are suffering, and these people just walk off. We have a governor who fucking doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die? How many more people are gonna go homeless? And
all right, bro. You need to lock in. I mean, you have to lock in. This is not.
More people are gonna be trafficked in our freaking system.
In one day, we uncovered an estimated 111 million worth of fraud. Damn, bro. It's time to hold corrupt politicians and fraudsters accountable, man. I'm telling you, a lot of this has to. I'm gonna say this, but I mean, I'm gonna say this. Maybe a lot of feminism has to do with this, guys. This has to. I don't know. This is crazy stuff, man. The woman screaming, "Don't open eyes," is absolutely brainwashed. Yeah. Give this research a medal, an actual medal. Yes. I just simply don't understand, man. I just simply don't understand, man. Let me see. The fact that they're trying to get this government into White House is deeply unsettling. Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, it's just a matter of what to make sure. It's just a matter of It's an extension. It's an extension. Just our system is so rotten right now. It's so rotten. It's sad, man, because it is rotten. Damn, bro. Man, this is crazy stuff, man. I don't know what to say, guys. I really don't know what to say. It's just... Let me just get to Twitter very quick here. Let me just... Shout out to Anton Daniels, man. I love his job. I love his work. It's very good. Let's see what's going on here, guys. During the vice president debate last year, Tim Walz bragged about making it easier for people to get into the childcare business. Walz, quote, "We had to make it easier for folks to be able to get into the business and then to make sure that folks are able to pay for that. We were able to do that in Minnesota." Yes, Tim, you sure did make it easier for people to open child care businesses. They don't even need to provide child care to get paid. That's crazy. Scam, 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 man. Let's see. This Minnesota judge threw out a $7 million unanimous Somali fraud commission. The jury was unanimous. Somali man Abdi Fatah Yusuf got off total free after he stole millions of dollars in Medicare. Absolutely. And this is the face of the problem of the Western culture. Right here. This is the damn face. This is the face, guys, right here. Yeah, this is the problem with our system right now. We have people that don't understand accountability trying to hold other people accountable. You think that she went through her life? You think she went through her life understanding what accountability is? No, man. Remember when Tim Walz appointed and murdered the only lawmaker who tried to stop the road from Minnesota? It's starting to make sense now. Damn, these people are going back. These people are going back, man. We got back. I mean, Minnesota fraud is big. Yes. Arizona will be huge. California will be bigger. New York is a colossal giant. We have to do it, guys. We have to do it, or we don't have a country. That's the problem. We have to do it. Otherwise, we say goodbye to the United States as we know it. And just being honest, guys. Saving the world is a choice. Nick woke up one day and decided he was going to fight. Gen Z needs more inspiration like this. A bit about me. 23 years old, 100% independent. Have posted a full YouTube video every week for past 104 weeks. Helped expose the border crisis. First American to ever film inside the SEC code. Brief President Trump in the White House about Antifa. Ended Tim Walz's career. Nah, man. Tim Walz's career is not. And guys, you have to understand that Democrats don't even give a damn about fraud, guys. They don't give a. You think they don't give a damn about Epstein file. They don't give a damn about the fraud. They don't give a damn on none of that stuff, guys. Do you think that the fraudulent daycare center is soaking up millions of dollars contributing to the rising healthcare costs? Nobody will go to jail for the Somalian daycares, but if you're a middle-class family who parks on a double yellow or pay a tax bill, yeah, true. I don't think, you know what, when it comes to the, Shirley. Exposed extensive migrant shelter fraud in Massachusetts. The governor knew about this and likely profit. The problem is that a lot of these politicians, they enable this kind of behavior, guys. That's the main thing, guys. It's just that they enable this behavior. Elon Musk, there needs to be arrests over these fake fraudulent NGOs. Democrats give billions to NGOs run by Democrats that then go through a whole network of additional NGOs. It's a giant money laundering scheme. Yeah, it is too obvious too, man. That's crazy. Let me see what Nick Fuentes says about this. Let me see what he says about this. Nick Fuentes. It's Nick Fuentes' channel here. Channel, there you go. Nicola Fuente. Bro, I hate Rumble, man. They have one of the worst search engines. No, he's not. Ah, damn, he's not really. Yeah, he hasn't really. No, he's not. Haven't said anything. I don't think he hasn't said anything about this problem. Okay. Fuck this, man. This is some crazy stuff. What? That's stupid content. I don't want to watch that. Yeah, there's so much content like this, bro, in Twitter. It's crazy. Look at this. This is outrageous. Outrageous. 10 walls let foreign criminals exploit American taxpayer dollars. I seem to have looked the other way. That is sad, man. Diggity. What? DUI? Wow, really? Typical the 3 of course. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. Clearly there. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. The fraud is so much, and not only the thing is that it's not only in Minnesota. Minnesota is just only one place, right? But the fraud is just insane anywhere that you see it, anywhere, and that's that, guys. There you go. I'm gonna just finish the stream, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next on the amount.